Latest suggest is 17:28 or 5:28 p.m. California time. I know the show seems kind of later than usual, but the reason being because your boy been resting a little bit, and at the same time, I'm working on my laptop. So there's some old pictures that I have on here and try to back up to one of these new portable hard drives that I have, and at the same time too, what your boy try to do is try to work back on the laptop. So too bad I can't find a 8 terabyte external hard drive for this MacBook, because if I could, I'll switch it out in a minute to do it. But unfortunately, I had to get the the portable hard drive. So I found one like I mentioned last week. Found one over at Best Buy. That 8 terabyte one I'll tell you guys about Western Digital. I think it's still on sale for 160. I think it's still on sale for 160. So cop yourself one of them. At the same time, just go ahead and back up a lot of stuff. I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret. When it comes to getting laptops, make sure you get yourself a portable hard drive. Reason being, you save all your files on there. Never save your files on the hard drive. It took me a little bit number of years to know that. But I got multiple hard drives ranging from small gigabytes to now the terabytes. 8 terabytes is the biggest one I have. Or whatever. But the thing is, with these pictures, kind of wish I did have my other iPhone, because I will literally back up all the pictures on my iCloud on there. But I don't like use iCloud like that when it comes to the photos. So I'm just backing where I can back up onto this portable hard drive so I can get that done. Because I'm still rocking the Galaxy Note 8. And unfortunately, your boy is still on the iPhone gang. I'm still on the iPhone tip. Reason being, because I was watching. If you guys ever watch tech reviewers and things like that, like MKB HD, Your Average Consumer, Techno Buffalo, Pocket Now. There's some other names I can't think of at the moment. But if you guys watch any of those cats or never even heard of them, the ones that I have mentioned, I'll say take a look at their videos. They Techno Buffalo, take a look at their videos, and they give the recommendations for other tech reviews you can watch. I'm a techie myself, which is why guys always see me be like, I'm doing the recordings off of an iPhone or a Galaxy or an iPad or blah, 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 whatever. Because I like being that type of feel of technology and things of that nature. It's almost like having a brand new toy. A very expensive brand new toy once you think about it. Once you really get down with the features and things of that nature. So right now what I'm doing is actually backing up almost like 18,000 pictures. Yeah. This like pictures over time and whatever that I have on my MacBook. Because what I'm about to do is I'm about to restart and delete a whole lot of stuff off my laptop. And reason being so I could get back to working on the music. Because I didn't work on the music since a little bit of last year. And to be real with y'all, I want to get back into it as inspiration and things that really has popped up. And the next instrumental album is supposed to come out next month. But that's going to be put on hold because I still need to get things clean off of my laptop. So that's what I'm doing right now. Is clean things off my laptop so that I can continue to work and things of that nature. Regardless of the fact of doing all of this, you guys might be wondering, well, why does that concern us? And the reason why it's concerning you guys is because this right here is going to have me post up the show. If not tonight, then I'll make sure I post the show up tomorrow. Well, update everything on the website. Because the website will be updated pretty soon too. So that's part of the reason as to why I'm mentioning this right now. Off of the, off of this podcast. But welcome to week 85. The Business Minded Leaders Podcast with your host as well. Sessions 411 through 4 15 for this week of January 15th through the 19th. And it's truly been this week has been a very cool, wonderful week, especially where I work. It's been peaceful and it's been dope. It really has been dope. Been tiring a little bit, but it has been dope. But actually, I take that back. It really has not been that much tiring. It's just been pretty dope. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and start the show. I didn't go to the beach today, which is why you guys hear the kids in the background next door and things of that nature, because I didn't go to the beach. I actually stayed at home and did what I did what I used to do back in the day, was doing the videos, which was before we went back to the beach. I think there's a couple of videos I did on Periscope where we had stayed at the house and record the sky. And since it was cloudy out here, it actually was perfect because I had said, imagine these clouds in the sky as another form of an ocean and things of that nature. And that we had, went through the posts and things like that. So I think the show is like probably what? I think it's pretty, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was shorter. I think the video show today was shorter. So it wasn't all that long. This podcast may not be that long and things of that nature, because like I said before, I'm still working on this laptop. So try to get these pictures done. Well, try to get all these pictures backed up. Because I have two different ones. I have the original iPhoto where I have pictures on there, and then I'm using the Apple Updated Photos app that has all the pictures that I have from my cell phone and things of that nature. So, yeah, like I said, I'm using the Galaxy Note 8 right now, so I'll have everything back up. And the funny thing is, even my Galaxy Note 8, it doesn't really connect with my MacBook like that. I mean, it connects so it can charge or whatever, but it doesn't connect where I can use my Samsung to, put the music and stuff on there and whatever. I have to use my Dropbox account on my MacBook and then use Dropbox on my Android to get certain files over, which I thought to myself, that kind of sucks. Then I'm like, yeah, I'm going to need another iPhone. I'm iPhone gang all day, every day. So I like Apple's ecosystem a little bit more better. And I just put it this way. For my Android users, if y'all want the pure Android experience that run quick, get yourself a Galaxy Pixel. Folks said the screen and stuff ain't all that great, but who cares about the screen and whatever. If you want the great Android experience, go ahead and get yourself a Google Pixel, because that's where it's at. When it comes to Samsung itself, little features they have here and there is cool, but you know what? The reason why Apple is usually late to the party for certain things, and I will be real with y'all, is because they perfect certain features way more better than when Android does. And that's a true fact. That's a true fact. Because some folks be like, well, Android had this first. Yeah, and Android sure as hell did not optimize it pretty good. So once you get that iPhone and it has the old little whatever, but your phone moving way more smoother than what your Android does, then you guys understand why Apple takes a while to do certain things. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And you can't get mad off of that either. And things of that nature. So other than that though, we're going to get on with the show. If it's, like I said before, if I'm seeming distracted, it's because I'm switching the pictures over to this hard drive, and I got to switch these pictures over to my backup hard drive before I delete everything off of here. You have to be careful with doing that too, because I have some, iPhone backups that I need to save. So I'm trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to delay all this, including the music. That right there is going to be a big one. So, yeah. Other than that, let's get on with the show. I think I've been talking a little bit too much anyways. So let's hit it. So, ladies and gents, for Martin Luther King Day, January 15, 2018, on Blessed Mondays, I said, Happy Martin Luther King Day. Let's remember to love one another and not be prejudiced against our fellow man due to the color of skin tone. Respect one another, for we all bleed the same color. The words bleed and color are highlighted that I did off of Instagram. I highlight both of those letters, and both of those words in red. Reason being, because we all human. And so, us being human, and however we've been indoctrinate into whatever it is that we understand in regards to our fellow man. Whether it be white, black, purple, green, whatever. Thing is, at the end of the day, we all bleed the same color. The reason why I have mentioned we need to love one another as human beings and things like that, and not be prejudiced towards one another. Because you guys heard the response that for those of you that live in the U.S., even around the world, you heard what Donald Trump said about Haitians and things of that nature. You heard what he said about the shithole countries and stuff like that. Not realizing that he's bringing the U.S. into becoming a shithole country. Not to mention, there are places out here in the U.S. where they are looking like shithole countries. Just being real. Out here in the U.S. and things of that nature. But at the same time, just his ignorance, because like I mentioned before, my November podcast, when that fool won the election, I told folks that he's an entrepreneur. He's mostly an entrepreneur. He's not really a president. And it's really showing. And the funny thing is, his Republican cronies, they're playing him for a fiddle. They letting him act a fool for a reason. Because once they axe his ass out, trust me, they try to get that dude up in jail for other reasons too. So it's all a game. It's all a game. Politics is truly a game. But regardless of the fact, though, ladies and gents, of politics being a game or whatever, it's just sad that, before Martin Luther King Day, Donald Trump had blatantly put that out there. And, folks is like, wow, like, really? And it shouldn't have been a shock because, he does certain things, and those that, thought that Donald Trump was holier than thou, it's like, really? Like, yeah, he exposes sometimes in media and things of that nature, but the funny thing is, he's biting right into the own bullet. And it's sad. But for us that have common sense and have morals and values, we have to truly understand that we should not let a dictator or anybody dictate how, how we live and things of that nature. And we should not be prejudiced against one another because we all bleed red. Nobody bleeds blue. Nobody bleeds purple or green. If you're green, you're an alien. But other than that, we all bleed red. We all bleed the same color plasma of blood. So why are we still fighting against one another? That's a sad shame. So I brought that to the attention because we all know Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and many others. Let me take a picture of this too. You know what? The stuff that doesn't go through on this hard drive is cool. I ain't gonna worry about it. It's just the main important pictures I need to get off of here. If it's something that looks like it's not important, I ain't gonna worry about it. But I'm gonna still take a picture so I can find that out though. But regardless of the fact though, ladies and gents, it's just that like I said, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and many others, they fought for the freedoms and equality for African Americans and other folks that we have out here today. It's a sad shame that this country is still showing its true colors of what's really going on behind the scenes, and folks is not really paying attention to it. So once we really figure out and see what's really going on, then, we can truly understand that, okay, we can make a change. And that's what was said, that's what Martin Luther King and them stood for change. But most folks don't see it like that, and it's kind of sad. Where, like I said before, you got dictators that don't see it that way. So they cause a whole lot of conflict and things that just screw up everything. And screw up a whole lot of people as well, too. So don't be prejudiced against your fellow man. Just go ahead and love one another. As God loves everybody. And at the same time, just remember, we all bleed red. So let's continue. So on January 16, 2018, on the Grind Tuesdays, I said sometimes it's best to take help from others than to do everything by yourself. I mentioned this in the earlier video podcast when I said I was speaking to myself about that, which is very much true, because in truth and reality, I'll put this way. Because I said this too. I said, for those that believe in, that Sony XI and bullshit or whatever, if you do, that's your business. If you don't, shout out to you guys. That's what's up. I don't believe it. I just find it funny that half of the characteristics do be kind of true, but most of it isn't. Like the compatibility things like that right there is BS. Because low key, the way you truly be compatible with somebody is a personality. Looks could be one thing, but the personality and how they spirit is, that's right there what really counts. But the crazy thing is this, though, regardless of the fact, those of us like Sagittarius, which is myself, whatever, like I said, don't believe in it, but I'll just put it out there for those of you who don't want to know what sign I am or whatever. We tend to be the busybodies, that we have to do things because we get bored very easily and yada. But at the same time, we are the ones that do not like asking for help. Folks thinks that we know everything. No, it's just that we know how to understand things a hell lot more better than most folks. And whatever. Like, we could computulate an understanding of a certain topic or, subject or whatever is happening. We can understand that more better than the average person that just be asking too many questions and just don't fully grasp something that's easy to understand, which is true. So, in regards to that, we are the ones that do not ask for help. I personally don't ask for help when it comes to certain things. Like me doing these pictures off of my laptop so I can put on this hard drive or whatever. I ain't asking nobody for help because I've done this before plenty of times and things or whatever. Or if I'm at my job over at LAX, working on aircraft, whatever. that right there shows a lot, because my coworkers always be asking like, do you need help? Are we coming to help you? I'm like, no, I don't need your help. Been here 5 years, so I know how to do, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We, as Sag, tends to be the ones that actually help out other individuals, as opposed to vice versa. So it's hilarious where we humble ourselves to get the help and just be like, okay, y'all can help us. Like this week, I'll let some of my coworkers help me with a couple of seats and things of the nature of aircraft where we have limited time, because my body wasn't really up to it. It was like, okay, we can do the Superman thing. And then it's like, nah, bro, you just need to take it easy. And so certain coworkers who I'm real cool with and, feminine and things of that nature, they was like, you let us help you. I say, yeah, so y'all go ahead and help out, ladies. I'm cool, y'all can help out. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to let y'all do y'all thing. And, that's it. But there comes a time where there's some tasks that we cannot fully get done by ourselves, to which we do need to ask for help, humble ourselves, and ask for help to get things done. Because truth or reality and things, we just need to go ahead and just push harder, but at the same time, you just need to learn how to balance everything out. So, in all truth and reality, ladies and gents, if you need help with something, but you're the type that doesn't want the help, I'm going to tell you right now, take the help, because it's going to truly benefit you and benefit the other person in the long run, but you get a whole lot more done than you would do by yourself. Especially when it comes to business, you really want to get as much help as you can. Like, another reason why I'm cleaning up this laptop, so I can get back to work on the music, but at the same time, at least I get to help to understand the LLC and other things like that, because it's a lot that comes with it. And March and April is going to be some very busy months. So right now, before January is over, I'm trying to get things done so I can start pushing things out to generate more revenue, so that the big stuff that I need to pay off in the next couple of months, they could get done as quickly as possible. So I don't have to worry about this shit till probably like around August or whatever. Regardless of that, I still need to keep everything on top. So if I need some help, then trust me. It's going to be my year of asking for help if I need it. So you guys need to do the same thing. Ask for help. There's nothing wrong with it. Let's continue. So for January 17, 2018, Motivational Wednesdays, I said it's time you stop complaining about what's going on in your life and start to take action of the ignorance in your mind. Reason why I mention that, because there's some of you, I've seen your social media sites, your Instagrams, your Facebooks, your Snapchats. Lucky you don't see that shit on Twitter, because I clean off a whole lot of individuals that ain't supposed to be on there. But for those that be on Snapchat, Instagram, and especially Facebook, and I really do hate Facebook because I don't be on there 24/7 anyways, y'all complaining about bull crap that happened last month or the year before or 2 years before, 3 years before. Like, y'all need to stop that shit completely. Y'all need to get your mind right. Get your mind right, because the moment you stop complaining and start taking action of the ignorance of your mind. The reason why I mention ignorance of your mind is because we are bombarded by thoughts 24/7. Each and every day, each and every hour, each and every minute. Be good thoughts, but sometimes there always be the crazy bad thoughts that always just keep coming boom, 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 boom. So when that keep coming like boom, 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 then guess what it does? What it does is that it messes you up to where you can't move forward. It messes you up to where when you try to move forward in life, you can't really move forward because you're stuck in the same trance that you was the past couple years ago. There are some things that I'm battling with in my mind that I know I'm fixing and things of that nature, but I don't let it dictate what I'm doing right now. Excuse me, I drink some lemon water real quick. But yeah, I don't let it dictate what's up in my mind right now. But there are some individuals to which, especially with the ladies, stop talking about new me, new this, or if a nigga ain't love you and woo woo woo, and excuse my language, ladies and gents of different races and things of that nature. Then again, most in each and every race be using that word, including white folks too, stuff like that. So y'all not excluded. But at the same time, and about pushback, but when it comes to the ladies and things of that nature, because for us guys, we have different thoughts, but at the same time, we can shake things up. But when it comes to you ladies, I'm going to tell y'all right now, y'all need to quit with the stuff that y'all be doing. It's like, come on, ladies, it's like, get your mind right together. Get your mind right together. Y'all too strong for that and things of that nature. Y'all too intelligent. Y'all need to not be dwelling with the past of some stuff that happened before between you and Romeo and things of that nature. I mean, y'all need to stop. It's a sad shame when I see it from the women that be doing that. It's like, come on now. Get your minds right, Times is changing. And at the same time, life keeps going. So get your act right. Get your act together. Seriously. And not just be stuck in the past. Because when you're stuck in the past, you're not going to move on to your future. You're going to move on physically, but mentally, you're still going to be stuck in the same place. But that goes to anybody now. Now we'll talk about for everybody. Now, when it comes to everybody, it depends on what situation it is. It could be something that happened in the past between you and a family member or whatever, and you just completely gone bonkers or lost your mind or something like that. And things of that nature. What I do want to tell you guys is this. If that is the case, then most definitely what you want to do is not let your mindset just completely wander off into something that's going to break you guys down. So what you have to do is continue to train your mind up. You hear this a lot from entrepreneurs and things of that nature, where they say train your mind up to do great things and not just be stuck. And there's a reason behind that, because the moment you continue to let negativity and things feed into your soul, it's the moment you still will be stuck doing the same thing. And then you'll be kind of wondering why you're not moving forward. So always look towards something greater to change your mindset and things of that nature, and to not be complaining when things don't go right in your life. Because when you continue to complain, then guess what? You fall off. When you don't complain, then guess what? Things become more better. And trust me, I know at times it's tough, because we all human. You know, it's tough. We're all human. We complain about little things or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's nothing to really be complaining about. If you're able to get up in the morning, to breathe, to see another day, and just truly enjoy life, then guess what? You're blessed. Because the moment you complain is the moment that somebody already had passed. Somebody is not complaining anymore, or those that used to complain a lot, it's not complaining anymore because they're on their deathbed. So they can't complain about nothing other than where in the afterlife they're going to go. And it's only two places. I mentioned this so many times in my podcast. It's two places you could go. Either heaven or hell. There's no in between. And if there is an in between, then do know that part of that in between might be God give you another chance, or give you God give you another chance, or probably an assignment that's not done in the shell realm. Our bodies that we have right now, which is temporary, this is the shell. So this is the shell realm compared to the spiritual, which is the true physical realm, and things of that nature. That's a deeper topic for another day. So we're not about to break down to that. Just stop complaining, fix your mindset, everything will be straight. Let's continue. So for January 18, 2018, Daily Tips Thursdays, I said in due time it will all make sense. I was actually going to reword that differently, but I couldn't remember yesterday how I was going to word it, so I just did what I think I had mentioned last year. I forgot which month, but I brought it back again, though. In due time, it'll all make sense. Then again, the way that's worded is actually perfect. Because some of you guys might be thinking to yourself, what is in due time? What does it mean? It will all make sense. What does that all mean? Your story, your chapter that you're going through right now in life, in due time, that will make sense. The journey that you're going through each and every day, that dictates who you are. In due time, that will make sense. The pain and struggles and the hurts and the burdens, the heartbreaks and the disappointments, all of that in due time will make sense. And the reason why it will all make sense is because nothing lasts forever. Everything is temporary. Happiness is temporary. Sadness is temporary. Death is eternal. But the next life after death is eternal as well. Yeah, I'm going to take a picture of these. That's not the first time this actually happened, where we had back up some pictures or whatever. Like I said, I'm still working on the laptop too, but yeah. Other than that, though, ladies and gents, like as I was mentioning, is that in due time, everything that you're going through will all make sense. It's like reading, like I said, your story, your chapter. It's like reading a good book. You get introduced to the characters. Then you going through the story, you try to figure out what the heck is going on. And then you get to the middle part, and you start to see how everything adds up. And then once the ending of that supposed story happens, then you be like, oh, so that is where they was getting towards. That's how you guys, well, us as humans here on this earth that's still living here, that's how we are. Because in due time, everything will truly all make sense. When everything makes sense, then we won't be worried about the here and now or what happens tomorrow, whatever. Instead, we'll understand the things that has truly transpired, or not transpired, but transpired to something and we couldn't comprehend, So in due time, everything will make sense. We just have to be patient enough to understand what all of that means. So, yeah, let's continue. And I need to make sure that these pictures are actually going through. Come try to the next batch. So, for today's post, January 19, 2018, Boss Saddest Fridays. Never think louder than what your mouth can tell you. Funny thing about that post is that, like I said, your boy got his rest and things of that nature. So it's been a cool week. Go back to work tomorrow. That's whatever. But the crazy thing, though, about that is that when I had woke up, I kid you not. Okay, I'm going to stop the little 2 out of 7 items because it's stopping at 293 of 1600, whatever, 5 items I need to go through. But, I kid you not, when I had woke up from the dream, the last part of the dream, this dude, I forgot what the dream was about, but this dude literally said, it was a discussion that happened. And so whatever happened in the discussion, the dude literally said, never think louder than what your mouth can tell you. So let's dive deep into that. What does it mean to never think louder than what your mouth can tell you? Just like the puppies. They heard something, but they let their mouth speak for them without them thinking that was on the podcast. But let's explain that more further, though. Never think louder than what your mouth can tell you. What does that mean right there? What does that mean, ladies and gents? What does that truly mean? What it means is this. Our actions, because we tend to talk more than to think. When we get pissed off at something, right, we tend to let our mouth and our actions take over than our mind says. So when we don't think, we let our mouth become louder than anything else. That's the reason why the post is mentioned, never think louder than what your mouth can tell you. Because your mouth can say a lot. Your words can say a lot. I'll let you guys know, I'm not perfect. I say some things that, slip out and I'd be like, whoops. Because it'd be caught up in the moment. We all get caught up in the moment to where we don't fully think about what we're saying or what our action says. But once you truly start to understand that your words is very powerful, and you really start to think in a sense to where you think quicker than what you say with your mouth, then you start to understand that the loudness that you be portraying does not mean anything. But once you think on what's being said to somebody, then you start to understand that, okay, my words are saying one thing, but my mental isn't computulating what's being done. That is the reason I have mentioned, that's the reason actually that's mentioned in the dream, to, since we could get to this Galaxy Note 8, which is a secure folder, to never think louder than what your mouth can tell you. So if you're one of those individuals that tend to cuss people out because you don't know how to think radically in a way, or you don't know how to think professionally, then this be the perfect time for you to keep your mouth closed and to really understand that you don't need to let your words and whatever get you in trouble. Think of what you're going to say, but then stop yourself. Listen to the other person, even if the person is hooping, whatever. Just breathe, think, and give a right response. And everything is straight. So with that, ladies and gents, we're going to end tonight's show. Truly do thank you guys for tuning in today on week 85, if I'm not mistaken, of this podcast, regular podcast. Actually, let me check, because I know I have put them down on here inside the folder or whatever. Put in my files in the notes. So this is week 85. Sessions 411 to 415. For the I swore I thought I put the 15 on this thing. I'm glad I checked. I'm glad I had checked. Booyah. Because I don't want to post this up on, the Spreaker thing, and then it goes on YouTube, and then all of a sudden you guys see January 8th and the 19th. And then y'all looking like, dang, did he do a recap of everything? Like, nah. Like I said, I'm still working on a laptop, so doing multiple things at once. But nevertheless, thank you guys for tuning in. At the same time, just keep everything productive and just keep pushing and striving for greatness. And you guys can also find me on my website at hitrockerproductionscm.com. That's hitrockerproductionscm.com. Forgot to introduce myself. My name is Q Moore. Go by the name of Chinchilla Q of hitrockerproductionscm.com. So with that, ladies and gents, I catch you guys on the flip side. If this is not up by 8 o'clock tonight, then do know that if everything's not uploaded on the website by 8 o'clock tonight, do know it's going to be up on the website this upcoming week before Monday. And the reason why I said before Monday, because I might still be busy on trying to clean off the laptop. So, like, I have a terabyte hard drive on this 8-year-old MacBook. And you guys know, well, for my techies out there, you guys know that each and every year, apps and things, and especially files, like if you do music or photography or videography, the files now start to get more bigger than what they used to be back in the day. So they start to eat up a whole lot of memory. So with the little 8 terabyte hard drive that I have, I'm going to use that. I'm actually trying to buy another one too. But for the main one that I have right now, I'm going to use that to back up everything that's on my laptop. Actually, I already had done that. Because the 8 terabyte on MacBooks, we have the thing called Time Machine. What a Time Machine is, it's like the equivalent to iCloud for iPhone, where you back up all your information that's been saved. So this 8 terabyte hard drive that I have has that. It's a time machine of everything that's on my laptop. So just in case something happens with the laptop, I have a backup of all the information or whatever. So right now, I'm backing up the pictures and stuff that I have from my iPhones in the past, whatever. And even the Samsung Galaxy S1, even the Sidekick LX and Sidekick 08. And probably the Razer flip phone. Well, I've taken pictures off of there too. But all old pictures that I have on my laptop, I'm backing each and every one of that stuff up onto these portable hard drives and whatever. So that's what I'm doing right now, because I had to be able to work on music, whatever. Because the music that I'll be doing, it is a whole lot of gigabytes and whatever and stuff like that, when it comes to different sounds and the storage for it. So it's been plenty of times last year. I think the last albums I kind of worked on had a little tough time because the memory was running out. So I didn't want to just delete everything that I had on here. So this year is a process of getting everything back in order. So that way I could go ahead and get back to work on my laptop and get back to work on the music and stuff. Like, I really put my business and things on hold just so I can actually get things situated. So that's what I'm doing right now. And even we're working on the website too, because MacBooks don't tend to slow down, but if your memory is like really going out, it will show the slowdown, whatever. So what I want to do is make sure that everything moves quickly, whatever. So if I have to just wait on posting everything up tonight, then I'll wait. I'll wait. And plus, it's still on my off days too, so I'll still try to get things done right here, because I know that tomorrow, I'm not quite sure how I feel when I come home from work. So might not be tired, or I might be tired. And if I do get tired, then I know for good well I'm not gonna be working on the laptop, especially if it's going to take around 4 or 5 hours to upload everything. And yeah, like I just said, 4 or 5 hours, ladies and gents. It's not a quick process. We got an older laptop, but it's a Mac, so it's an exception. Regardless of the fact, though, everything on the website should probably be updated. If not tonight, then make sure it'll be updated before tomorrow, whatever. So yeah, with that, thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys once again. And with that, it's your boy Chinchilla Q saying peace, sayonara. I'm out. One love. Deuces. Catch you guys next week, where we might be back at the beach. I'm not quite sure. So, other than that, peace out. Deuces.